Hello everyone, welcome to the MisterFrisco podcast where real talk meets real estate, local vibes and the people shaping Frisco's future. Here is what I have got for you today. First, we will go over the latest Frisco housing market numbers and I will break down what the trends really mean. In today's buyers and sellers tip, we will talk about what to expect on the closing day. Today's my guest is going to be Sandhya Jindal, fractional CFO and tax strategist, owner of Jindal CPA Firm. And I will wrap up with what's happening in Frisco, spotlighting Public Storage's corporate headquarters move to Frisco and what that kind of major company relocation could mean for local jobs, demand, and our housing market.
Meet MisterFrisco, a realtor selling residential real estate in Frisco and far North Dallas. As a former professional athlete, track and field, and strength and conditioning coach, MisterFrisco immigrated to the USA 20 years ago with $50 in his pocket, a suitcase, and zero English to pursue the American dream and build a successful real estate business. Hardworking, persistent, customer service, and detail-oriented, MisterFrisco strives to secure a smooth closing on his client's biggest investment, their home. He puts his experience and knowledge to serve his clients the best way possible. Building his business by referral allows him to maintain relationships with his clients and serve them even after the transaction is closed. This is Frisco Realty News with MisterFrisco.
Okay, let's talk Frisco. I'm going to share the January market numbers, then I will break them down because stats are nice, but the real question is, what does it mean for you if you are buying or selling? So, first prices, the median price for existing homes in Frisco in January came in for $584,000. That's about 9.5% lower than this time last year, but it's also up 1.5% from December. So we are not in free fall. It's more like a reset. So now inventory, how many homes are sitting on the market? So we had 458 homes for sale. That's up 3.9% compared to the last year, but it actually dropped 3.4% from December. So some of that holiday leftover inventory is cleaning out finally. Closed sales, homes that actually sold were 103 in January. That's down 12% year over year. But here is the interesting part. It's up almost 30% from December, which tells me people are coming back after the holidays and started making moves. Days on the market is the pace. The median was 56 days, which is about 22% longer than last year and 13 days slower than December. Translations, buyers are taking their time. Pending sales, homes under contract were 100. That's down 24.8% from last year, but it's basically unchanged from December, which can signal we are setting into a more balanced rhythm. And finally, months of supply. This is the biggest market temperature stat. We are 2.9 months of supply, which is still a seller's market. So, and since it's unchanged from December, the balance of power hasn't really shifted. Buyers have some options, but sellers still hold the edge overall. So overall, more leverage for buyers, more strategy needed for sellers. Prices are softer year over year, but the monthly uptick says it well. Priced homes still sell. The market isn't dead, it is just picky. So if you're thinking about buying or selling in Frisco and North Dallas area, message me. I will break down your exact neighborhood numbers and help you build a smart plan. All right, so let's talk about closing days step by step. First, the title company sends the closing disclosure. We will review everything, price, lender fees, and any credits. So there are no surprises. Next is the final walkthrough to make sure the home is in agreed condition. And if repairs were negotiated, we may schedule a second inspection to confirm the work was done and completed and done properly. On closing day, buyers sign lender and title documents, sellers sign deed paperwork, and everyone shows ID. Once funds are received, keys are released. Want it smooth and headache-free closing, call me and I will help you with it. Now let's welcome my guest, Sandhya Jindal, fraction CFO and tax strategist owner of a Jindal CPA Firm. Hey Sandhya, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Victor?
I'm good. So you're CFO and tax planner.
Yes.
Right? How about CPA?
Yes, and a CPA, yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, CPA probably sounds a little bit more boring. CFO is just more attractive.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I tell people. Yes, we are your CPA firm, but people hire us for strategy, which is financial and tax strategy.
Yeah. So tell me something about your background. How long have you been in this business? Where did you come from? Why did you decide to be in accounting, CPA, and the CFO business?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So my journey begins back in 2006 when I came to the United States, and I was here for my master's program at the University of Texas at Dallas. That's where I started my accounting program. My bachelor's was already in accounting, so that was the natural way or natural route to go. And once I finished my master's, I sat for my CPA exams, passed all 4 in the first 4 months, and then moved along to finding a job. I was already working part-time, but this is important because I had an option of going either the auditing route and the big fives, or I had the option of working with a company and build up to being the CFO. So I chose to be the CFO because I loved numbers, I loved analysis, and it just so happened that my background has been in manufacturing, holding all these different kinds of roles. So that's where my CFO experience comes in. I started my CPA practice in 2018, and I wanted to be different, so I introduced a service called tax planning. It's also called tax advisory or tax strategy. What essentially we do is we will look into identifying any missed opportunities when we look at a potential client's tax returns, and see if we can save them any money on taxes. So it's a great cash booster.
Well, we all want to save money on taxes, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Forbes survey says that an average American pays more than $10,000 in taxes every year.
Well, less taxes, more money to invest in your business, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I always hear, very often from business owners. So you specialize and work more with, you focus on small businesses, correct?
Correct, yes.
Yeah. And especially small businesses, all that stuff. Good busy, bad busy. How are you? I'm busy, but are you good busy or bad busy? So they're always busy, but they always complain there's not enough money. Okay.
Yes.
What is the first thing you look at and when somebody say that?
I strongly believe that for a business owner, cash is king. So that's what we look at. How can we boost cash in a business owner's life? And it can be either done through providing these fractional, which is part-time CFO services. People a lot of times small businesses can't hire a full-time CFO. So our focus would be coming in and looking at where the cash drain is. But because we are part-time, we're not going to come with a huge cost. The other thing is, again, looking at opportunities to save money on taxes. If we can save somebody $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 in taxes, that's a great cash boost. And so a lot of times families who want to take a vacation, my wife wants a new roof, and all of these things can be accomplished when you pay low taxes. And this way, we also find ways for the business owner not to feel the burnout. We can help them with efficiencies. So that's where we exactly get started: tax planning and cash flow boosting.
No, cash flow is vital, yes, for a business.
Yes, absolutely. I think business owners don't care about profit and loss and balance sheet. They do care about cash.
We all care about cash.
Yeah, we all do.
There's nothing better than cash.
Yes.
All right. What would you advise people, business owners, small business owners, to focus first during the year to save taxes in the end? In real estate, we say you make money on a house when you buy it. Mm-hmm. No, not when you sell it. Okay.
Right.
This is how it is.
Yeah.
So you save taxes not in the end of the year. You save them during the year.
Yes.
Is that correct
You
way
are
to say?
so right. Absolutely. So this is what I tell my clients or potential clients, that if you have come to me in the beginning of the year, which is January, February timeframe, I can help you plan for the future, which is the upcoming months and the years. But if the same person comes to me later on in October, their tax savings will be much smaller compared to somebody coming to me in January or February, because tax planning is all proactive, which means we look into the future. If we've passed the year, there's not much we can do. So they are stuck with a large tax bill.
Great. Why manufacturing? What's that special with manufacturing you decided to do?
Manufacturing is a very complicated beast. The fact that not a lot of people have experience and they don't want to go into manufacturing, that brought me up to the challenge that let me try it. And I really absolutely love working with the people. They're really, if you would really know the inside and outside of manufacturing business owners, they bring a lot of knowledge of operations when they start their own company. They have a huge dream, because at one point they were working in a shop or at a plant and they had this big vision. So their dreams are so big. The only issue is that they leave the financial strategy behind. So that's why I selected to go and work with manufacturers, because they have a great operation sense, but they do not know how much they should sell their widget for example. And because they have all these cash flow issues and they're always in a cash bind, I really believe they can benefit a lot from what I have to offer.
Well, okay. I'm a realtor, you know that, and in real estate we don't manufacture, but anyway, we need cash too. Okay,
yeah.
To invest in marketing. Do you work with real estate agents, brokers? You do? Okay.
I do, yes. So real estate is a very phenomenal market, and the clients that we have on the real estate side, it's beautiful to work with them, because they're literally sitting on a gold mine. And I'll explain to you why. Because tax code, if you know, is about 77,000 pages long, and it has tons and tons of strategies or tax laws that support business owners. The majority of those tax laws support real estate. So that's how anybody who goes into real estate, they can make a lot of money because they're not paying a lot of taxes. So real estate, what I really understand is most of the brokers, realtors, when they go into real estate, they do not understand what their status is looking like as far as their tax status is concerned in the eyes of the IRS. And because they don't have an understanding, they end up making a lot of wrong decisions, which cost them a lot of money. So for example, in real estate, there's an investor status, there's a dealer status, and then there's a developer status. Investors are people who want to buy the property and they want to hold on to that property for a long-term appreciation and eventually sell the property or pass it on to their children. Those are called investors. Dealers are people like somebody who's coming in, buying a house on the market, flips it, sells it, makes quick cash, and moves on to the next property. Developers, somebody similar to dealers, but they have a little bit more complicated status because of the construction status coming into the real estate space. So all these three statuses have a different tax code that's applicable to their business. And most of the real estate clients that we've had, or the interactions I've had with the real estate owners, they do not understand which category they fall into. And because they don't understand, they're losing a lot of money, they're leaving a lot of money on the table, and ultimately leading to audits.
All right. Well, what would be the common mistake that all of these people, including the business owners, make? The common mistake you noticed, and what would you advise them in order to do in order to avoid it?
I would honestly be biased when I say the common mistakes that the business owners make. I would say that they're paying a lot in taxes. So if they are paying a lot in taxes, the first thing is, I truly believe that it's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. And that means if you're paying 40% of your income to Uncle Sam, who has not contributed in establishing your business or helped you building what you have established so far, then they shouldn't get a large cut. And if you pay a lot in taxes, nobody's going to come and say you paid us too much. So the best thing is to get started on getting your tax evaluation done.
All right. Okay. What's your approach? What first you do when you talk with a client and somebody asks you to take care of his taxes?
Yeah.
What's the first thing you do?
Yeah. So the process that we follow, or we've established at our firm, is we will request a last 2 years of their tax returns, business and personal, and do a free evaluation. It's a courtesy time that we spend on looking at their tax returns and identify if they have any missed opportunities. And once we identify what the missed opportunities look like, then we'll have a conversation with the client and help them understand that there have been some mistakes that have been made, and this could have costed them X amounts of tax savings. So at that time, the client can decide whether they want to move forward. And if it's worthwhile, then we'll do a tax planning service for them, which takes us about 4 to 6 weeks, because we look at a lot of different things: your life goals, your family, your business, everything gets included. And once the plan is ready, then we will discuss those strategies with our clients and help them start implementing those strategies, so that the very first tax bill that they pay at the end of the quarter is much smaller than otherwise it normally would be.
Wonderful. All right. So if someone would like to use your services, how they can reach out to you? How can they find you?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are on social media. We are on LinkedIn, Facebook. We have some business pages available. But if they want to reach out to us, they can either call our office. It's 505-552-2470. Or they can send us an email at services@jindalcpa.com. And somebody from our team will get back to them.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for joining me for this podcast, and great information for everyone here, including the realtors, real estate investors, and small business owners. So anyone, if you need a good CFO, CPA, Sandhya is here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me here, Viktor.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So let's see what's happening in Frisco. Here is a big one. Public Storage is moving its corporate headquarters from California to Frisco, Texas. They are setting up at Hall Park in 119 square feet facility. That's not just a headline. It is a strong sign that Frisco keeps attracting major companies. Moves like this usually bring more jobs, more locations, and more demand for housing nearby. For homeowners, that can support values over time. For buyers, it's a reminder to pay attention to areas close to major employment hubs. Wants to know what this could mean for your neighborhood? Just call me or text me. So thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to subscribe to my podcast for more insights on Frisco's best spots, local events, and the housing market. Until next time.